Hello and welcome to week 9. This week we are going to be spending our time on the nervous system. I've put together just a brief video to walk you through this week's activities. Here we go. This week we'll once again be focusing on some objectives for the nervous system right here, and then you'll start with your reading in the chapter 10 PowerPoint slides, adding the new terms to your flashcards. And then numbers 5 and 6 here are 2 videos that go along with the chapter. The first one is more didactic, and then the second one, the Pinky and the Brain brainstem video, is kind of artistic and creative and humorous, but it also relates to the chapter. We're back on track this week with a chapter 10 homework assignment. I put in your assignment list to also study for the second exam, which will be held next week. It'll be on chapters 7 through 10, and as always, email me when any questions arise. Let's take a look at your Chapter 10 homework. What you're going to be doing for Chapter 10, Week 9, is a little bit more detailed than some of the other homeworks you've been doing. In this one, we're going to look at various conditions that relate to the nervous system. So I've set up a table for you right here in a Microsoft Word document that's embedded. You should go ahead and download that. You're going to look for descriptions, characteristics, if I spell that right, and causes of certain disorders, as well as their treatments and or cures. You're going to type in your answers and then upload your final product in an appropriate file format that I can open by this coming Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. as always. Alright, so to wrap things up, I'm on my porch and I feel like I'm trying to talk in between when the cars are passing, so I wanted to wrap up this week's video by looking at the quiz that was due last night, so that would be tonight when I'm filming this. I was looking at the scores so far, and most of them look pretty good. The other thing was the Chapter 8 female reproduction homework, the one where you had to read the scholarly journal article. I was very liberal on the points on that one, and I think that my objective was met in that you were exposed to the terminology and dealt with trying to find what those prefixes, suffixes, and roots and combining forms and definitions were. A lot of you did really, really well with searching high and low for those answers, so I gave you some comments and feedback in the grading portion. You'll see that in my grades next to the number grade for that assignment. Let's see, one of the last things is that if you saw my announcement about extra credit, I will be accepting those hats and gloves in person at either NCAB or APIN anytime between now and when your due date is. So all you have to do to find where I am is just email me and we can work out a time to meet and get that exchange going. And then lastly, this is still a normal week. Next week you have your second exam covering chapters 7 through 10. So this week is just nervous system and doing the assigned readings, watching the videos, and working on the flashcards, and then your homework assignment, gearing up for next week's test. So with that being said, we won today, so we're 6-0. We have a bye week next week, and I thought I'd throw that out there. Sorry, a car just went by. Please reach out to me when questions and concerns arise. I think I'm pretty well caught up on emails, and I'll check again before I go to bed tonight. I mean tomorrow morning when you're watching this. Best wishes for a great week, guys. Stay dry. I'll talk to you again in a week. Bye.